This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. The trial of Punta Gorda Police Chief Tom Lewis wrapped up day 2 following a number of witnesses testifying to what happened on that evening. 73-year-old Mary Knowlton was shot during a civilian training exercise.
Lewis faces a misdemeanor culpable negligence charge for his role in that incident. ABC7's Christopher Bradley has more on today's testimony.
Good evening. Former Captain Jeffrey Woodard took the stand on Tuesday. The prosecution continued their argument that this shooting was a result of a lack of department accountability and policy.
I asked him, Chief, do you want me to prepare the munitions weapon for the scenarios?
Woodard served in the department for 14 years. The night of August 9th, he was not scheduled to be in the community training class, but decided to help out anyway. Chief Lewis asked him to sort out the simulation ammunition Mary Knowlton was going to be handling.
I gave him to Detective DeVault to inspect, and I asked him to hand them to me a couple at a time, just to verify that we were using simulations ammunition.
While Knowlton's ammunition was inspected, according to Woodard, neither the firearm or the ammunition officer Lee Cole was to use was inspected.
My understanding was that he was using his blanks gun.
But it turns out it wasn't a blanks gun, and it was loaded with real bullets. Adding to it, Woodard said Cole had the firearm in his waistband, a violation of police policy.
I didn't see how it was secured, but I saw it in his waistband.
The prosecution asked if he checked that firearm.
I did not, sir.
The defense asked if the firearm Woodard saw in the waistband was similar to the blanks gun. Woodard said he believed it was a blanks gun, not a real firearm. As they did on Monday, the defense argued it wasn't Chief Lewis's fault the shooting happened. They continued to push the blame towards Officer Lee Cole. The trial is slated to go on through Friday. No word yet if it will last that long. Also, no word if Chief Lewis will take the stand in his own defense. In Punta Gorda, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
The Venice City Council has 2 proposals it's considering to develop land at the Venice Municipal Airport. Both of the proposals feature hotels and commercial space. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us live from Venice City Hall with more on this tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, they were scheduled to talk about this here today, but that's been pushed back to tomorrow morning starting at 8 o'clock. And it is the 7th item on the agenda, so it still may take a little while tomorrow morning to get to it. 2 proposals are now on the table in front of City Council. It's to develop the 11.5 acres of land at Venice Municipal Airport, which is known as the former circus property. Both proposals would include a hotel and restaurants, as well as other commercial retail space.
Well, it means a lot to the airport. It could mean potentially a lot of revenue to the airport. It's a non-aviation parcel, fronts on 41, and it's a nice piece of property that obviously we'd like to see developed as opposed to sit fallow.
And one of the proposals would also include townhomes and bungalows. Again, they'll be talking all about it tomorrow morning starting at 8 o'clock. Reporting live from Venice City Hall, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Thank you, Rick. And well, it's been a warm day, but pretty nice. I mean, if you got outside and you had somewhere to cool off, it wasn't too bad.
Find some shade, right?
You
or
need
some
it.
AC.
You need
Let's
it.
get to Bob for more on our weather tonight. Bob?
Yeah, it's a warm one today, and again, we're looking at generally fair skies here along the coast, but inland areas, there's been quite a bit of storminess going on as a result of that west wind with the high pressure bump down to our south, a frontal boundary to the north. We've seen a lot of sunshine, so beachgoers enjoying this fine weather. 88 degrees right now, the heat index, 95, the dew point temperature, pretty close to where it's normally at 72 degrees in the summer months. Gives above 75. It's considered very humid, and winds are out of the west now at 12. That sea breeze kicking in. The pressure is lowering just a little bit, and you can see a lot of inland storms today along the east coast. Some big storms firing up. Also there in northeast Bradenton and Manatee County, we had some showers and storms earlier, I should say Manatee County. And then now near Northport, just to the north along I-75, some rainfall there. Not much near the area beaches, all is quiet, but that is going to change. We'll have details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. After an 18-month-long struggle with lung cancer, a man known for donating millions has passed away.
Local philanthropist Alfred Goldstein died yesterday at the age of 93. ABC7's Bobeth Yates joins us now with a look back at his legacy. Bobeth.
Well, we all know death is a part of life, but one wise person told me even though they knew that this day will eventually come for Alfred Goldstein, they can't help but pause and focus on the change and how he impacted many lives.
Welcome all of you to the brand new Alfred R. Goldstein Library here at Ringling College.
That celebration was just a few months ago. The Ringling Library namesake is Alfred Goldstein, a civil engineer who also became one of the area's most renowned philanthropists.
He always said he liked to light the match so that the organization could start the fire.
For decades, Goldstein has been lighting that fire to push Suncoast organizations with major donations that surpass the $1 million mark.
He's been willing to provide startup funding for very forward-thinking projects for Selby Gardens and for other organizations to really help these organizations stand on their own feet.
From Selby to Mote Marine Laboratories, New College, Ringling College, and a slew of other organizations were all recipients of Goldstein's generosity. But after an 18-month battle with lung cancer, the man who gave so much is no more.
Al provided wonderful memories full of laughter, humor. He will always be missed, but we will always feel blessed that such a kind and generous man was part of our life.
Sentiments echoed by the Patterson Foundation CEO Deborah Jacobs.
Al's name is on many buildings, and he did that for a reason, to remind people good just doesn't happen. It's individuals who give of themselves, their resources, and they should be acknowledged for it. So that was his practice, his philosophy.
And Jacob says Goldstein's efforts went way beyond the donations.
Every organization that Al Goldstein worked with, they are better because of the way he would work with them and had expectations on how the gift would be optimized.
Al is gone, but his legacy will live on through his generosity and his foresight.
Okay, no word yet about when his funeral arrangements will be. Back to you.
All right, Bobeth, thank you. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a delay in the vote for the Senate GOP health care bill, why some Republicans are not supporting the legislation.
And local politicians in Florida share their opinions about that bill from Tallahassee.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
This year's Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix will feature 2 full days of racing off Lido Beach on July 1st and 2nd. Meet race teams up close during the Boats on Main downtown block party on Friday, June 30th. Don't miss the Grand Prix Fan Fest on July 1st and 2nd, where you can see race boats launch and watch the races live from under a large tent. There will be music, food, fan zones, and vendors. VIP race day viewing tickets are available at SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from
everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-990-3613. That's 1-800-990-3613. Call now, 1-800-990-3613.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
After promising for weeks there would be a vote on the GOP's health care bill this week, Senate Republicans saying today a vote will not come until after the 4th of July recess. With Democrats united in opposition, the GOP could only afford to lose 2 votes. Today, 6 Republican senators are on the record saying they cannot support the current bill, and some Republicans threatened to take it even further by preventing it from even being debated on the Senate floor. Facing that growing opposition to the bill, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was forced to delay the vote until after the upcoming recess.
We will not be on the bill this week, but we're still working toward getting at least 50 people in a comfortable place.
The nonpartisan CBO score estimates 22 million more Americans will become uninsured over the next decade under the GOP plan, 15 million more uninsured next year alone.
Former Congresswoman and current Democratic gubernatorial candidate Gwen Graham is announcing her opposition to the proposed replacement for the Affordable Care Act. She and several people with pre-existing health conditions are at the state capitol today. Graham delivered thousands of petitions to Republican U.S. Senator Marco Rubio's Tallahassee office, asking Florida's GOP senator to oppose the health care legislation currently being crafted in Washington, D.C. Graham says her family is blessed to have good health insurance, but not all Floridians are as fortunate.
This bill is heartless. It's heartless to the people of this country. And we need to make sure that our representative in the Senate, Marco Rubio, understands that the people of Florida are going to hold him accountable, that he needs to vote against this bill.
Tallahassee Mayor and fellow Democratic gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum is proposing a state constitutional amendment that would declare affordable health care a right for all Floridians.
All right, Bob is up next with your forecast for the rest of the work week, so stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Belt Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or get more legroom and maximum comfort with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
You got the grass mowed?
Yeah, I did.
That's a big one.
It wasn't too bad,
It's
too.
a hard job in this heat.
And the wind wasn't blowing at all. It was kind of hot. You know, it was just kind of stagnant. In the afternoon, you get a little breeze going on. So a lot of people say, you know, you get your job done early in the morning, it's not as hot. Well, it really isn't, but there's not much breeze there either. Right. So it's kind of a different kind of payoff there. In the morning, it's a little cooler, but there's not much wind. In the afternoon, a little warmer, a little bit more wind. But anyway, showers and storms were mainly inland today, so we don't get the cooling effects of those afternoon and evening thunderstorms, but they will be back with a vengeance. Believe me, tomorrow, but especially through the weekend, with more storms developing. This from Sydney Desmond. Always great, getting some great shots. Looking east, once again, that's where the storms have been firing up, east of I-75 there by Clark Road. Manways, a webcam, the time lapse showing basically fair skies out there, great boating weather. Once in a while you see a shower or two popping up out there in the Gulf, but the marine layer is just so stable right now. We're not seeing a lot of activity out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and it looks like it'll stay that way for us tonight. Well, the radar picture is very active inland and along to the north of us right now. A few showers have been popping up near Venice and near Northport earlier today. Not much success making it back this way, but things start to change a little bit tomorrow as we will see a little bit more of an easterly wind. Most of the storms are moving off toward the northeast right now with the heavier rainfall into eastern portions of Manatee County. Pretty big cell there developing just to the northwest of Arcadia. Have to keep an eye on that for the potential of some very heavy rain and some frequent lightning strikes. Lesser amounts of rain, light rain now along I-75 into Sarasota County. And notice the beaches dry today, but boy, a lot of rain in northeast Manatee County and also in the eastern sections of Sarasota County. The Keach-Bryan Index, the fire index, and we're seeing all the counties now across the state in the blue, and the numbers are going up a little bit, but not much. They're all in great range as far as fire danger goes, so no problems with the 4th of July, it looks like. Sometimes in the years past, we've had no burn bans or no fireworks as a result of the dry conditions. That's not going to be the case, it looks like, this year. 72 degrees. We have, we'll see just a few clouds around 11 o'clock. A slight chance for a coastal shower late tonight until about midnight. 88 right now. The heat index at 95. We have a west wind at 12. The pressure 2996. The high today was at 90, just pretty close to where it's supposed to be at 89. The average 77 was the low this morning. Our normal low at 74. And just about 10.5 inches of rainfall for the month thus far, still about 4 inches above average. And 88 in Sarasota, 71 though. It's nice in Orlando. It's cooled down there. Avon Park at 77, 88 in Sarasota. The Gulf water temperature now, Bathwater at 89, 88 in Englewood and Northport at 89 degrees. The RPM forecast model showing some of the shower activity possible late this evening. Not much. And then we'll see high pressure build back in, more of an easterly flow. The sea breeze starts to develop right around 1:30, 2 o'clock. So there's a chance for a coastal shower then. And then they meet in the middle. The East Coast brings it all the way back toward the West Coast late in the afternoon and evening as we'll get a chance for more coastal shower and thunderstorm activity, especially on through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So that'll be the case as we move on through time. Now, in the tropics, we're watching a system way out there in the Atlantic now. It looks like it has a chance of developing, but it's so far off, we're not too concerned about it right now. As it makes its way to the west, there's about a 20% chance development over the next 5 days. For boaters, this goes through the weekend. A light chop out there, not much of a problem as far as boating goes. And tides upcoming, low tide will be at 11:26 tonight. High tide at 5:51, sunset at 8:29, and the forecast, 20% chance for a storm near the coast, 76 your low. And then tomorrow, looks good again, a 40% chance for scattered storms, though, later in the day with some lightning, so keep that in mind. 90 for high in the extended forecast. Calling for great chances for showers and storms, but only in the afternoon and evening through the weekend and up into the 4th of July. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. Young athletes from Sarasota and Manatee counties are learning from the pros this week. Sarasota spring training team, the Baltimore Orioles, hosting Oak Park School this afternoon for a youth baseball clinic. About 40 young players improving their hitting, pitching, running, and fielding skills thanks to 6 minor league players from the Orioles. The students from Oak Park are mostly special needs, but the players say they didn't create any additional challenges.
They're just extremely happy. They're always positive. They're just happy to be out here no matter what's going on. You ask them how their day's going, they always say great, no matter what's really happening or going on in their lives. And it's really humbling, and it's a great opportunity for us to learn something from them as well.
Not sure who had the better day, the players or the students. Many of the students at today's event also took part in the Orioles Health and Wellness Challenge, the fitness challenge over the year. That's a partnership between the Orioles and Sarasota County Schools to encourage fitness and healthy eating. Players from the Lakewood Ranch YMCA will take part in training camp on Thursday.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll tell you how the kindness community is spreading throughout the Suncoast.
This week, the race to repeal before the holiday recess as Republicans fine-tune their health care plan. Tens of millions could still lose coverage, and the GOP remains divided. Can the White House rally the votes? This is where America turns. World News Tonight with David Muir.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Happy birthday to Jacqueline Moore.
As this amazing Suncoast woman celebrates her birthday today, we want to honor her for all she has done for our community. ABC7's Linda Carson has more.
Former Northport Mayor Jacqueline Moore says her life mission came to her like a bolt of lightning while she was listening to the Dalai Lama speak at a national mayor's conference.
It really was like a flash, and I sat there knowing I am supposed to do something to promote and strengthen kindness in our community.
She started by getting Suncoast governments to pledge to be a part of the kindness community. First Northport joined, then the Sarasota County Commissioners.
They unanimously supported and so graciously claimed a proclamation in May for Sarasota County being a kindness community. Then my former colleagues and some friends on the Manatee County Board of Commissioners adopted their proclamation effective June 6th.
But her vision is much larger.
Is to have all of the 400 plus cities in the state of Florida and all of the 67 counties making some formal, whatever that may be, we don't know, it may be a resolution, it may be a proclamation, it may be a kindness day, whatever they decide.
Jacqueline is focusing on Florida because it's her home state.
And my sister and I were born on June 27th, 1950 in Jacksonville.
She graduated from high school in Queens, New York and went right to work.
I started my corporate career with what's now AT&T right out of high school in New York City, and I ended up having a 33-year career in every single part of AT&T and communications except legal.
When she retired, she and her husband moved to Northport.
I started my own small business, so I'm also a leadership development consultant.
And she ran for public office.
Was elected in 2014, had 2 amazing years serving as vice mayor and mayor.
And during that time was inspired to spread kindness by creating kindness communities.
Is kindness community creates social change that makes kindness a way of life.
And her life lesson?
And to love and be loved is why we're here. So find what your passion is that has love intended and baked in it and kindness. And I humbly believe everything is possible.
And conferences are scheduled this summer with some of the largest companies in our area so they can figure out how to better incorporate kindness into their business and spread the kindness community throughout the Suncoast. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Great work, and happy birthday.
That's right.
Exactly. Nice one. Thank you, Linda. Not much around tonight, huh?
Not much near the coast, not in the inland areas getting the rainfall today. Different story tomorrow. There's still a slight chance, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. You'll be able to dodge that. If you have evening plans, not a problem.
Great. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
And we'll see you tonight at 11. Enjoy your evening.